Didn't really get to take a nap today. Probably because I need to take a bath. These flies. Oh, they're gonna be the death of me in my camper. Just kept landing on my face, just buzzing my ears. I'm tired. Overall good. As mentioned before, we're just working with this silly fence. This morning it was just like you heard stampeding, and then they found a hole in the fence, and they'd like enter fresh pasture, but still just kind of like that morning time rush. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's July 3rd, and tomorrow's America Day. Love our country. Please don't hurt me, CIA. No, but for 250 years. It's kind of crazy. You see all the news stories about people's thoughts, and the American exceptionalism, which I'm not saying you can't be proud of your country, but then you juxtapose it to this, what I'm doing now, and I'm like one of the few Americans who's foolish enough to do this job for so little pay, especially when the excuses of having to be a 24-hour shepherd get transposed into doing manual labor that normally you'd have workers' rights for down in the valley, driving and doing ranch work, but then also doing that sunrise to sunset, and then pretending like, oh, it's just a work ethic thing, but it's actually just like, we don't hire Americans because we don't want to pay, and we want to use H-2A as indentured servitude, where they can't leave, they don't have rights, they live in fear. It's really sad watching how my coworkers rush around with the utmost urgency. Like, the work culture is, you jog everywhere, which I love to work hard. I love working with people that, you gotta go grab something, it's across the whole lot. Let's just jog to go get it, because I don't want to spend fucking 80 hours trying to fix this thing, change this tire, whatever. And it's just sad, though, that they do it out of fear. And I don't know, we could be better. I think 250 is also just such a crazy thing to think about, as we got the WWE thing or whatever, which, don't get me wrong, I like a good wrestling match going on at the White House, and we've descended into fascism. But then, like, life just goes on. We're weeks out from hitting our oil reserve, but we're still playing with the markets. And, all those other problems that are going around. And like a last-ditch effort, these DSA people are winning. But I think that's just kind of a sign of too little too late in a dying country. It's not like we'll disappear, but things will never be the same. Some quote about people didn't know the Roman Empire had fallen until people stopped, the bridges collapsed, and nobody came to repair them. even then, I mean, for hundreds of years, many people claimed they were still in the empire. It's an arbitrary point where you draw that line, of course. But that feels like the country that we're in now. I hail from Oregon, and they talk about rebuilding that Oregon, Washington, across the Columbia River I-5 bridge. You know, and the estimates go up and up. Which that'll be a topic for another day, my views on consultants, how it's not a real job. I'll give you my tier list of not real jobs and who should go first to the gallows in Minecraft, of course. I get it, like, these people are just workers too, but, like, they're fake workers. And I get it that, like, our economy is built to push people into these jobs that just kind of waste our time and make everything expensive and rent-seeking and how much wealth can we extract out of doing the least possible. But, like, that's the part where the bridges don't get built again. Like, the price of this bridge, Oregon and Washington, just keeps going up and up. I was just listening to a commentator who mentioned that. That's why it's on my mind. He compared it to the price of building the Pentagon in today's dollars. It's just over $1 billion. And this bridge, it's like, what, 15, 14 billion dollars estimated. Spent years doing it. Or look at the California Light Rail project. That's the bridges collapsing right there. So, yeah, July 3rd. Interesting time to be alive. And, I don't know. The air's fishy. Everyone smells it, but some people want to talk about it. Some people want to talk around it. Some people want to blame or, like, think that they have this enlightened, centered position of, like, oh, everyone wants to blame billionaires, whatever. But what they don't actually know is that I did this minute calculus on, well, it's actually this, like, one policy that's just leading to the financialization of the housing market. If we just figure, no, dude, it's the whole fucking system. And we know it. It's the same system that makes my coworkers run in fear. It's the same system that 5 years trying to get into the sheep industry, we finally made it. But getting mocked all the time, not personally, but, like, hearing nobody wants to work from this capitalist farmer class. These landowning, wealthy, maybe not rich, but wealthy individuals who pretend like they're the salt of the earth. And nobody wants to work and play in this game. But at the end of the day, it's just wanting to have workers who run. Took me 5 years to get in. You know, phone interviews. Oh, I don't know if you got what it takes. Motherfucker. My first few jobs in this industry, I was getting paid $500 a month, 7 days a week. Just to, like, get the resume. Still wasn't enough. This last year, you know, cold called, emailed, called again, emailed, called again. 30 plus ranches until finally this guy took a shot on me. I think most of the other people didn't want to give me a shot because they probably were doing some inhumane things on their ranches and didn't want to have somebody who has quote-unquote legal rights. Technically, these H2A workers legally have rights, but they don't practically, right? I mean, H2A is the way that we still have modern slavery in this country. yeah, and then it's a bit of a ramble, but just thinking about all these work conditions. I'm not even mad about being like a 24-hour shepherd. This part I love. It's just the 5 months that you're at the ranch and you don't have rights, still working the hours as if you had to wake up at sunrise and sunset to check your sheep. Hi, Matilda. And getting paid shit for it. It's not even that I don't want to work hard. I mean, I'm out here doing it. I did it at the ranch. It's just, we're not the beacon on the hill or whatever. We're just collapsing. And I worry that these conditions will keep shining through. I think we should keep voting in DSA workers, but like I said, too little, too late. And, yeah.